Howdy, 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 my name is Anachi Sasuke. Welcome back to Let's Read Homestuck. In the last episode, Jake and Caliborn had a really weird conversation that's actually still happening, because Caliborn is about to give Jake a wonderful little false man. Because obviously it's Lil Cal. Although I'm not sure how he got the bunny. And the irony is, I've seen him before, but I regarded him with suspicion and fear. I was a fool, though. I did not understand the special bond with him that I had, because I did not have a chance to gaze soulfully into his beautiful eyes and commune with the doll, in a personal and intimate way. Gosh, that might just be the gayest thing I've ever heard. Thank you! Your human concept of gayness adequately describes the feelings I have when I embrace my perfect floppy little man. The thing is, I understand him more now. Before I thought he was a cursed vessel of misfortune, which seemed eerily empty to me. He was hollow, not yet filled with bad juju. And looking in his eyes now, I see that I was right. Almost. He is empty right now, but a juju follows a long and winding path on its eternal journey, and he will not be empty forever. Somewhere along his journey, and some way I don't understand yet, he will stop being empty, and his curse will come to life. And wherever he goes, to whatever universe or plane of reality, all who exist there will experience nothing but misery and death. You see, there's nothing worse than a cursed juju, which is why I was so nervous about him before. But all along, there was nothing for me to fear, because now I know, through intensive communion with this precious mystical puppet, that the curse which will blossom in his fluffy heart will do so because of me. I can't explain it, but when I look deep into his eyes, I can feel him out there, in later stages of his life. I can feel myself, or by which I mean I can feel myself, through him somehow, as if my essence will one day become entangled with the void, and then mysteriously accessible through my soft happy pal. And all those along the way who he deems worthy of accepting into his custody, if they should dare to fondly gaze into his sparkling baby blues. Yeah. They will be peering through the most beautiful windows into my hideous soul. Now Jane returns home and I get to stop doing that voice for a little while. You enter the upstairs hallway after completing a successful sad jump onto your balcony. Finally some peace and quiet. Hopefully you will find some respite from all of the cyberbullying and teen drama you had to deal with lately. It's been a while since you were home. You're immediately reminded of the simpler times, when it was just you and your dad, and you could always smell something baking in the oven. Actually, thinking about those days is just making you more emotional. Maybe coming home was a bad idea. Let's reminisce, though. Here's this familiar douchebag again, a hallway fixture ever since your dad stopped pretending to like detectives and sitcom guys for your sake. Your dad loves this douchebag wherever he is. This guy's probably the closest thing you have left to a father now that your dad is most likely dead. You consider going to his bedroom, but you decide against it. The ties and hat strewn about, the melange of aftershave and cologne, the childhood photos he keeps of you. No, those reminders could only lead to another mental breakdown. You'll never forget the first breakdown you had when you snuck into his room. You found an unwrapped present before your birthday. It was a box of Gushers, and you were stunned to realize that awful gooey fruit snack was manufactured by the very same company you're due to inherit. As everything you thought you knew came crashing down around you, that day you swore the moment you ascended to the throne of the BC Corp Empire, you would issue an immediate global recall of the foul product and discontinue it forever. You often joked that the snacks were so nasty, it was almost like they were filled with multicolored slime harvested from plump extraterrestrial larvae. When you told your dad about your plans for the product, you both had a good laugh. You've got to stop remembering things about your father. It's just way too sad. Okay, so, hold on for a second. Now, I don't know whether or not it's ever been said in this comic, but the fact that she just joked about the Gushers being made of the slime harvested from troll babies, and it's Betty Crocker Corp, which is the Batter Witch. I don't know if this follows in the Beta Kid universe, but in the Alpha Kid universe, I think she just said that Gushers are made out of people. so to speak. Alright then, solicit profound wisdom from Hallway Sarah. The characteristically tight-lipped Hallway Sarah unsurprisingly has no advice for you regarding the tragic loss of a family member. You can always relate to the role he played as George Michael, the dorky child of a single doting father, but unlike you, George Michael was always surrounded by an extended family and their hilarious antics, and he would never know the tragedy of losing everyone he ever loved, except for the banana stand. You suddenly resent George Michael and the Hallway Sarah altogether for the ending he was allowed to have with his father, which you will never get to experience. In fact, you think you're starting to hate the Hallway Sarah. Someone needs to wipe that smug look off his face. Give Sarah a beaglepuss. You guess it's kind of funny? No, it's not funny at all. It's depressing. You're depressing yourself now. Your prankster's gambit goes into a tailspin and hits rock bottom. You have never felt so sad and unfunny in your entire life. You begin to cry again. The Hallway Sarah glares in judgment at your weakness through his unfunny puss. Into your room. You return to your room. Hey, there's your old Unreal Aries Thoughtwave tiara top. You haven't used that thing in ages. It's probably for the best that you stopped. You're pretty sure it was doing funny things to your head. Maybe you shouldn't have come here either. All you see is more stuff to remind you why you're feeling super down about everything. Examine the wall, Tobias. Like this! Jake sent you the Periwinkle heartthrob pinup back when you were still able to think about him without feeling horrible about yourself. Those were the days. It's funny how looking at a thoughtful gift which once brought you such delight now only precipitates feelings of bitterness. Even the innocent Mr. Funk is caught in the crossfire of your lamentations. How could Tobias be so clueless? How could he not see the pain he was causing with his oblivious demeanor, his repressed feelings of attraction towards men, and his total inability to understand other people's feelings in spite of his, credentials as that. Of course, on the TV show, his buffoonery resulted in laughs galore, but if that was in real life, you don't think there will be anything funny about the situation. In reality, Tobias and his family will probably never stop being sad. You think you're starting to hate the wall, Tobias, too. Examine Wall Swanson. On the other hand, your Wall Swanson is still beyond reproach, and Mr. Swanson continues to be the perfect man. You know for a fact he wouldn't put up with any of Jake's bullshit. You consider doing the thing where you kiss the poster, but you're feeling way too depressed for that sort of frivolous flapdoodle. And wouldn't you know it, just the guy you wanted to hear from. This ought to be good. Answer. Jane, are you there? I wouldn't blame you for not answering since I was such a shitty bore to you last time. I just wanted to formally say happy birthday, and also to pass along a birthday present. I doubt it will make up for all the ways I've hurt your feelings, but maybe it'll be a start. It's some fancy juju thingamabob that Calliope's bro gave to me. He specifically gave it to me to make me better so I could get stronger and punch him in the snout someday or something? I don't know about that. I don't think I care about becoming a great hero and challenging a weird grumpy alien all that much. Not nearly as much as my friendship with you, so I want you to have it instead. Just use the code to make it. The code is, no wait, that's way too long. How many letters were code supposed to have? Fuck. Something. Wait, no, there was definitely some little U's in it. Shit. I know I should have copied it down before I closed the chat window. Wow, those are even close. Hang on, let me think. Gutsy Gumshoe ceased being bothered by Golgotha's terror. You closed the chat window without a word. You cannot believe that guy! Trying to re-gift you a present from that asshole of all people? You don't want anything from that horrible creep. You don't care how magic it is. He can take his stupid judo and shove it up his patoot. Sorry, Tobias, but Jane has decided you represent Jake for the purpose of this angry outburst. Oh no! Oh no, this conversation is going to make you even sadder, isn't it? Answer, you guess. Happy birthday, Jane! Forgive me for submitting this letter and logging off right away, but I'm breaking with our usual linear dialogue, and I'd rather not tempt either of us to trade casual spoilers. I wanted to give you a present, something told me you could use a pickup about now. I'm sending you the code for my juju. It may not be easy for a human to understand, but jujus are very special to my people. So when I give you this gift, it is indicative of how much your friendship has meant to me, Jane. It has some magical properties, but nothing too fancy on its own. I hope it will bring a smile to your face nevertheless, but if you want to know the truth, it will become infinitely more useful if it's combined with my brother's juju. Perhaps when we begin playing our game, I will be able to convince him to relinquish it. One of these days he'll understand working with others is going to be necessary if he wants to accomplish anything. I am so looking forward to my session of catching up to you, to where you are now. I can only imagine what kind of adventures you must have been through already. I can't help but think we've been feverishly trading notes on our respective quests since you entered, no? Maybe you're even tired of hearing from me by now. Apologies both retroactively and in advance for talking your lovely human ear off, but I just know I won't be able to contain my excitement. Anyhow, the code for my juju is Ouroboros. Ta! You were right, that conversation made you so sad. So sad. And now something's happening with the Crocker tiara. Girl. You there, girl? Roxy, pester Jane. Jane! Jane! Jane, 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 Jane Frev! Take deepest Jane yelling breath. Jane! My fucking guy, you're right. Like there's any chance you answer me. With today being International Everybody Ignore Roxy Day, let's sigh. Like, doing literally the Frenchest of possible sighs over here. It's wearing a fucking lopsided beret in the city of goddamn light, falling in fucking love. Such is my sigh. And packing totes anyway, Jane. Janie, or should I say, ennui? Wait, ennui is already a French word. It's probably already a French word. Not sure if that one needs any more Frenching up. I should know this because my last name is French sounding, even though I'm pretty sure my mom did not hail from France. I don't know. Who even cares? Ha, fuck you, a certain language. Yeah. So the report is that I already said to some chumps, and I'm getting max fatigue repeating it. I'm on Durst, we need to be Gontiers and die on slabs and junk. Plus I'm invisible cause ring. Whatever. Oh, I think your dad's here and he's probably alright, so there's that. Oh, I saw Callie too, she's okay. Well, I mean, she's dead, but in ghost form. So she's as okay as one can be who is also dead, which is apparently just fine. So the lesson of the moral is you can be way fine and dead at the same time. Jen, let us now reflect upon the weighty existential ramifications of that thing I said. Yes. Just me and my bestie balling hecka reveries today. The biggest questions which have tormented the wisest scholars and pundits for mad epochs just got so rufflariously owned. Hey, Callie also said she will send you a B-Day thing? Did you get? She must have sent you a code which you have to make yourself, so maybe you're doing that now? Hope you're doing that. I'm real curious to know what it is suddenly. Man, I'm bored. Like we all got this big deal crap to do, and I can't even talk to no one. Jane, ambiguous voiding powers notwithstanding, I'm starting to think I might be genetically predisposed to rambling at length into empty chat clients. Well, hit me up if you see this. Maybe I'll try to text Fafetta. My dear precious Fafetta. I know she would never ignore me. Swoon plus heart. At Fafetta, and thus making Crocker so jealous. Yo, don't fuck with my heiress. Girl got royal business purposes to attend. And do not even think I know you out of jail. I don't know you out of jail, bitch. You take a flip through my secret jam yet? That sparkle shot I left with the dance clowns on? Oh noes, is the witch. Tipped in nostalgic sees father and gutsy gumshoe. I don't know what kind of voice I should do for her imperial condensation. But let's alchemize Calliope's Shuju. It's... oh god! No point standing around sobbing while getting brainwashed by your computer. You decide to make yourself useful and see what all this juju fuss is about. Green sucker. You got a green sucker at a cost of -1 unit of zillium, which you guess means you gain 1 unit of zillium in addition to the sucker? Okay. Alchemize Caliborn's juju. You aren't a fan of the guy, but since these are supposed to do something special together, you figure what the hell. You easily deduce the code Jake was trying to remember. It's Ouroboros. Come on, Jake, use your head. Haven't you ever heard of the mythical snake biting its own tail? You worry about that kid sometimes. Anyway, obviously the code for his juju was going to be the same as Calliope's, but written in the reverse case to match his quirk. Once again, your gumshoeing skills pay huge dividends. Where the hell did Gamzee come from? You got a red sucker. This one unsurprisingly yields another unit of zillium. Examine jujus. Suckers! Yes, suckers! But what's so magical about these things? You guess you're supposed to lick them? But what magic thing could possibly happen if you lick these? And what's so special about having both of them? Jujus are so mysterious. Wait. They seem to be attracted to each other. Like magnets. Whoa, very strong magnets. The jujus snap together to form a single spiral sucker. The urge to lick it is suddenly overwhelming. It looks so delicious. You're presumably being compelled to lick the sucker by some powerful juju enchantment, but it's making you nervous. You must resist. Must not lick the juju! Oh god, here we go. End of Act 6, Act 5, Act 1. Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay, so, I'm gonna stop here so that the next episode can start Act 6, Act 5, Act 2. And it's Peach season. This has been Anashi Sasuke. This was Let's Read Homestuck. If you liked it, a like and a subscribe would be groovy. If you didn't, you don't need to do either one of those things. So, thanks for watching, and God have mercy on us all.